If you've ever had this feeling that something was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was, then you've come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
This is a call for an uprising. We welcome you to today's show and ask those of you who have not subscribed to please subscribe to our YouTube channel as we continue to expose the satanic Illuminati agenda and the ushering in of the Antichrist. Today's show, I want to talk about an article that was passed along to me by a subscriber to the channel, Andy. It's about this fashion show or this fashion designer out in Los Angeles who transformed his models into horned demons. Yes, into horned demons. So let me just start by saying the fashion industry is probably one of the most satanic industries that there is, possibly more so than music or film. It doesn't get talked about enough or that much, but just the entire mindset of it is absolutely ridiculous. But you see them pump the fashion industry over and over on television with all these runway shows. Nobody sits there and goes, isn't this the most useless waste of time I've ever seen? Wow, somebody walking down a carpet, turning around and going back, wearing some type of clothing. I mean, really, could it be more ridiculous? Now, we know that, how Jesus feels about clothes and says not to worry about those things, that they're not important. And that's kind of part of the reason behind this movement of how important fashion and all that stuff is, because they know that it's defying God. They know that it's defying Scripture. And like I've said over and over again, everything that they're trying to do is to defy Scripture, is to defy God and what God's will is. So take a look at this fashion show that this guy put on. His name is Michael Rosner. He's got these women dressed up with horns and covered in this body paint. And you read the comments on this. I mean, I look at it and I laugh and I just say, what is this? I mean, is this supposed to be funny? And apparently it's supposed to be serious. Apparently this is supposed to be artistic. Transforming these people into demons, which is obviously a conditioning mechanism for starters, as they're openly talking about transforming these people into demons with this body paint they're putting on them. And people look at this and they think it's some type of artistic expression, that it's great and it's wonderful. I mean, this woman's got 4 horns on her face. This other woman's just covered in some kind of gold glitter. They show this guy working, spray painting someone like this is some accomplishment or artistic expression. I mean, it's comical. Painting up these naked bodies. I mean, is this part of transhumanism? It's part of conditioning for what is to come. But the fact that people look at this and they think that it's art, it shows you the level of stability that we have in this country and in this world. I mean, look at this woman. She's wearing a skull on their head. Is this supposed to be attractive? Or what am I supposed to be seeing here? But they're just pushing this acceptance. And this is the title of the article in its own right, about how this guy's transforming these models into demons, and this is supposed to be wonderful news. I mean, they look atrocious. They look like absolute imbeciles. Some of them are just covered in face paint. You get another woman covered in what looks like toilet paper. I mean, I'm not sure if it is or it isn't, but it just looks like she just ran some toilet paper under the sink and just covered her body in it. Not sure what her mental level of stability is. Then you just get some of these other guys. Of course, they comment in the article about how wonderful this body painter is, what an artist he is. Obviously, a part, of a coven of a satanic group, wouldn't even have this opportunity to do this stuff, but clearly pushing this transhuman, demonic garbage. And they say, look, dedicated to his craft, Rosner explained that he just wants to elevate the human form and elevate art with his masterful creations. Is it masterful to cover people in toilet paper? Is it masterful to just paint all of this stuff? I mean, look at this. You get this woman here. Obviously, you see the one with the horns. Then you get someone with octopus tentacles on him. I mean, I don't even know the level of sickness to come up with this creation. Obviously, they base this off of the fallen angels, and they base this off of imagery from demonic presences that they summon, because it's absolutely insane. I mean, you go through these photos, it's just absolutely, it blows your mind that people are calling this artistic. Look at this one guy. It looks like he's wearing light bulbs on his body. Look at this. There's a bunch of bubbles on him, and he's got a magnifying glass over his eye. I mean, is anyone looking at this going, should we possibly call the police? Should we see if there is a open room at the local psych ward? No, this is art. This is creative. And people, I'll tell you one thing, people out there eat this stuff up. I mean, people will comment on this video, and I'll just get a laugh out of it, and defending this stuff, saying, oh, that's artistic. You don't have an artistic bone in your body. They've created this whole mindset of what art is. Art is just another scapegoat word for them to promote Satanism. I'm not saying that, somebody can't paint a picture and that's art, paint a picture of the woods or paint a picture of a barn. I mean, you understand what I'm saying. How do you call stuff like this art? This man is wearing light bulbs on his naked body with a magnifying glass held up to his eye. I mean, you don't think this guy's under some type of demonic possession? Or at least is the guy embarrassed? I mean, look at some of these other photos I'm showing. I mean, I'm speechless. What? This is fashion. This is creative fashion. They're wearing this woman looks like she's wearing some type of wings. She looks like she's a puzzle piece maybe. Is she a human puzzle piece? I mean, that's what it looks like. So I just wanted to point this out. I mean, it's part of this satanic agenda. It's part of this transhuman garbage that they're pushing, and what the future holds, unfortunately, for anyone that's left here at that time. You see them with the nails in their face. You see some of these people wearing almost like Baphomet-like masks over their face, demonic masks that look like Baphomet. Obviously, the Baphomet horns and the devil horns. I mean, look at this one guy. I mean, this is supposed to be artistic. Look at his facial expression. He's dead serious, this guy. I don't know, what is he wearing? Like silver coins? Did he just fall out of a slot machine? I mean, this is artistic. So you see how they use the fashion industry as this like scapegoat to push this transhumanism, this superhuman race, and push this demonic mindset of like how this should be accepted, how it's cool to do this body paint and make people look like human demons. And then you look below at the comment section and look at these people. I mean, what planet are these people from? It's got to concern you that these people live amongst us, that with all this stuff that's going on, they're sitting here commenting on stuff like this. Wow, just wow. Absolutely stunning. Never seen anything like it. Very cool. Love it. Need more horns, please. Only 2 have horns, but DM put in their headline to lure the Bible nuts, telling us it's a sign of the apocalypse. These are the comments of these morons. I mean, listen to this guy. Luring in Bible nuts so that they could say it's a sign of the apocalypse. Well, what would you say this is a sign of? Mental retardation? I mean, no one's saying it's a sign of the apocalypse as if the trumpets are going to sound right now because this guy's having a fashion show for clearly people who are somewhat borderline autistic or have some mental disability. But the fact that people are supporting it and they're going, the Bible belters are going to come in because people are wearing devil horns. Actually, people are just going to come in and say, hi, this is reality speaking. This is not only demonic and sick, it's just borderline embarrassing. You got people dressed up in light bulbs. You got people looking like puzzle pieces, and then people sit there and say it's artistic, and they're going to like dress like this. Oh man! I mean, the direction and the way that this country is going, this world is going, it gets sicker every day. But I think what's more frightening is the people in the middle, because we know that we're in a spiritual war. We know that these Satanists have control of everything, every industry, and they push this movement with every single thing that we see is a part of their satanic agenda that they're going to throw upon the world. But the fact that the people in the middle who might be atheists or lukewarm Christians, the fact that they look at this and they don't just laugh and go, this is so stupid. The fact that they look and they go, wonderful, what a work of art. It just shows you not just the mind control and the hypnosis that they're under, but the mental capacity of the people we're surrounded by. Because this is embarrassing. This is sick. I'm not even saying it because they're dressing people as demons. I mean, how can somebody with a brain cell look at this and think that this is creative art and not think that this is humiliating? I mean, you couldn't pay me, $1 million to pose for one of these magazines covered in, one woman looked like she's wearing a diaper. Another one's covered in toilet paper. Another one's covered in light bulbs. It's just absolutely embarrassing what this world's come to. This fashion industry, which gets more satanic by the second, is just so filled with these demons. You know, these women are under mind control or under MK Ultra mind control. There's no doubt about it. But the people who run it are just really sick, perverse human beings that they even come up with these ideas. But they must obviously get these ideas from the demons that they summon or see, because I don't see how somebody could be sitting in a room and say, let's come up with some creative ideas to, for our fashion show. How about we cover a guy in light bulbs? And everybody goes, yeah, that's a great idea. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I just want to point it out because it's just more, it's just more. Every day you see this stuff about demons, about Satanists, about transhuman race, and all, it's transgenders, everything getting shoved down everyone's throat. But the fact that the masses are just supporting it and calling it art, it shows you that we're in real trouble, especially when we're trying to wake people up. You're trying to wake people up, and then you see something like this, and you say, well, this should just automatically wake people up, right? They should just say, this is the dumbest thing I've ever seen. No, it does the opposite. They go along with it because they see it, pushed through the media, and then they say, wow, yeah, it must be cool because it's on TV, and they're in an alpha state, and they're not thinking, and they just want to believe whatever they're told. And, people just love these artistic fashion designers. These people are absolute trash. Stuff like this is just absolute garbage. It's blasphemous. I can't even imagine how embarrassed our Father in heaven is. He's got to be embarrassed by this. This takes embarrassment to a whole new level. It really does. So stay away from the fashion industry. It's obviously cloaked with this stuff. I just want to point this out because they're pushing more of this demonic crap, openly talking about how they're dressing people as demons, and we're supposed to applaud and think it's wonderful and think it's great. And then others, of course, support it, thinking that the Christians are going to come and say, this is so wrong. Listen, I'm not coming here saying it's so wrong. I'm coming here saying, if you support this, you really need to have your head checked, okay? Why don't you go buy a light bulb suit yourself and wear it to work on Monday and see what your fellow employees have to say? They probably throw you out the window, all right? Thanks for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families. May peace be with you.